I was on a business trip about a year ago, and I had to drive from Denver to LA. It was a long drive, and I was growing tired of the road, so I stopped at the Holiday Inn hotel that was nearby. I walked up to the desk and rang the bell. Just seconds later, a man came out of the back room. "Hello, sir. My name is John Shelby," the man said. "How can I assist you?" "I'm looking for a room," I replied. "Are there any available?" He searched in his computer to see if a room was available. To my luck, there was one more room left. He gave me a key and told me to have a nice night. I asked him to point me toward a vending machine, and he did just that. When I walked to the vending machine, craving a bag of chips, I noticed a pool at the end of the hotel hall. A lot of hotels have pools. There's nothing strange about that. What got me confused was the fact that the water was red, blood red. I purchased my bag of chips and went to the front of the desk, where the man was still present. "What's up with that pool back there?" I asked him. "What do you mean, sir?" he asked. A confused look ground upon his face. "The water is red," I said. "Why is it red?" He took his glasses off and took a deep breath. "Well, it's kind of a freaky story," he said. "Years ago, a woman was found brutally murdered in that pool, and the water was contaminated with her blood." "Are you telling me that her blood is still in there?" No, of course not," he said. "The water was just removed and the pool was closed down. But many people say they see the pool filled with red water." He put his glasses back on. Personally, I had never seen it, but I think this hotel likes to play tricks on with your mind. "So this place is haunted then?" He shook his head. "Yes." I was shocked, not really scared, but just surprised because I had never experienced something like that before. I went up to my room, took a well-needed hot shower, and I lay in bed. I couldn't sleep for some reason. My mind was so curious, and it had so many questions that I needed answers. I got out of bed, put on a shirt, and I walked out into the hallway. I walked down the hall and headed toward the pool. It was quiet out in the halls. I guess nobody else had trouble sleeping. I was laughing at myself when I realized I was in my underwear, so it was a good thing that nobody was out in the halls at the time. I did believe that I saw a woman from the one room to the other. I didn't think anything of that at the time. I just figured it was another guest. When I reached the floor of the pool, I was able to see that the blood red water even from way down the hall. I passed the front desk. Nobody was there. I then passed the vending machine, and I stopped directly in front of the door that would lead to the pool. I tried the door, but it was locked. I don't think I would have gone even if it wasn't. I looked through the large window that showed me the blood-contaminated pool. It looked as if the pool had been closed for a long time. I looked behind me, down the hall into the elevator. I was imagining a scene from The Shining, when a stream of blood came shooting out from the elevator. I had a feeling that I would see something similar to that, but I didn't. Instead, I saw a woman standing at the edge of the pool and looking as if she was ready to jump in. She wasn't completely nude, not a single piece of clothing on her body. When she snapped her head my way, I jumped back in fear and I walked back to my room as fast as I could, taking the stairs next to the vending machine instead of the elevator. Hours later, I woke up to my alarm going off. I took a shower, threw on some clothes, and I walked down the first floor for breakfast. After breakfast, I was ready to check out and get back on the road. I decided to take one last look at the pool before I leave. I walked slowly past the front desk, past the vending machine, and to the pool. I was still freaked out by what happened the night before as I looked through the window. I was surprised to see that the pool was empty. There was no red water and there was no woman. I walked back to the front desk where a woman was working. "Is John Shelby available?" I asked. She gave me a confused look. "Excuse me?" she said. "John Shelby?" I repeated. "He was working here last night." "John Shelby died back in 1982, she said. "He killed himself after murdering a woman. Right there in that pool." She laughed. "Is this a joke, sir?" "Yeah," I said, forcing out a laugh. "It was just a joke." I returned my key and left the building. I got back on the road, never forgetting about what happened that night in the hotel.